And before we get started, I would really love if you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can get the latest content from the YouTube channel, The Last Rewind. And don't be shy about leaving your comments at the bottom of the page because you are the sole reason why this channel will be successful. Thank you.
What is going on, everyone? I am your host, Tremaine, back on The Last Rewind. Let me get into it. We on the road to WrestleMania, folks. We're gearing up. We're damn near at the end of the road, to be honest. And this usually around this time, leading up into WrestleMania, I'm feeling the card, or at least the projected card. I'm feeling the storylines. I'm excited. I'm there. I can't echo those sentiments this year right now because WrestleMania, the road to WrestleMania ain't just WrestleMania for me right now. It's not doing it for me right now, and I'm gonna go through a few things that lead me to this. There's a few positives, but there are more negatives right now as we grow closer to WrestleMania. It's the some of the storylines don't make sense. Some of the people involved in said storylines should be in other storylines. It's just not doing it for me right now. And I was having this conversation with my co-host Red, and I was gonna do this video last night, but I said to myself, I want to watch SmackDown to try to make some sense out of this before I get on here, and I it's just not doing it for me right now. It's just naturally I'll watch WrestleMania because this is a tradition of mine, but I'm just not where I'm usually am when it comes to WrestleMania as it relates to this time of year. Here we are going into April. And WrestleMania is the 18th and 19th, if memory serves correct. Come on, we got what about 2 more Raws and 2 more SmackDowns, and that's it. But I just don't know. And what I'm gonna start with is his Cody Rhodes and Cena. I mean, is it me or is this just not it? It's not there. I just don't know what it is about this feud, this storyline is not drawing me in like it should. I think we were so excited a couple weeks ago when we finally got the Cena heel turn, and that was a good moment for WWE. Don't get me wrong. Great moment for the wrestling world, great moment for WWE, but now where do we go in this moment? And I'll be the first to admit when I'm wrong, and I was wrong. If you go back in my previous video about Cena turning heel and Naomi turning heel, everything that I predicted was wrong. I said Cena was going to be more clean cut. I said Cena was rarely going to be there. Those 2 things are wrong because he's not coming out in a suit and dressed up, and he has been at least 2 events since that. So I was wrong in that aspect, but even with me being wrong, I'm still not feeling it. I felt it in the moment when the heel change happened. That was great. I felt that, but the follow-up is not doing it for me. And maybe I was wrong because what I was predicting is what I wanted to see on screen, and it's not what Cena is giving. So what Cena is giving us now is this: I blame the fans. I'm not going to change anything because this is my music. This is my attire. Why should I change for you? Attitude. And that's what he's giving us now. And he's giving us this FU. I've dedicated my life to this field and this job, and this is how you treat me, and this is where we are now. But what's unanswered about that is, what is The Rock stand? Why The Rock? Will we see? I do believe we're going to see one more Rock appearance before WrestleMania. Maybe we'll get that answered then. But going back, the Rose and Cena feud is not doing it. One is because Cena is not a believable heel. He's not. He's not. If you recall, when Cena was heel, last time he was heel was about 2003. Cena was your freestyling, happy-go-lucky type heel. You know, he was the heel, but he wasn't this intimidating, menacing heel. He was, he was freestyling. He was jokes. When he had the mic, and cut a promo back then, he was basically freestyling in a promo. So he was jokes. Now we get this menacing, talking Cena, and it's not believable. It's not. It's not. Again, the moment was good, but it's not believable. In my opinion, I believe if he switched up his attire, if he switched up his music, it may be believable. But we got the same music, we got the same attire. He has switched up his approach, meaning he doesn't run to the ring and he doesn't talk into the camera, and he carries the towel down to the ring and lays it on the edge of the ring before he gets in and flattens it out. So that's something I noticed that is different with him, but he's not believable as a heel. He's just not. And what makes this match even worse is Cody Rhodes isn't believable as a champ. So, and it's not just Cena in this match. If you go back on one of my videos I put out a while back, I believe it was when Cody Rhodes won the belt. I said it. Cody Rhodes is not that guy you make the champ. Cody Rhodes is that guy you have competing for the championship. He's a great story, but he is not the guy to hold the belt. And Cody Rhodes is not making for a good championship, a good champion. If you go back and look at Cody Rhodes' entire reign, man, he had lackluster matches for the belt opponents. The matches are not that. They don't bring it out like Roman did, like like any other champion before him has done. Cody Rhodes is good. He's a good contender for the title, but he is not the guy you want to hold the title. He's just not. Now, I got to go back on something else I said in that video. I said Cena won't hit 17. I'm going back on that. Cena's going to win. Cena's going to win. Cena's going to beat Cody Rhodes, and Cena's going to go on from there, and he's going to have a couple outstanding matches. Because you got to think it makes more sense for Cena to win, because Cena is not done after WrestleMania. He has more time in his farewell tour. So he's with that. I mean, you leave the door open for Punk, Rollins, rematch with Cody, Roman. It just makes more sense for Cena to win for the storylines and the quality of entertainment within the remaining time he has with the company. I just don't. I'm not feeling the build up to this match yet. It still has potential. I'm just not feeling it yet. And I think it's because Cena is not a believable heel, and Cody Rhodes is not a believable champion. And that's where I am with those two. Then we got Jay and Gunther. Oh dear God. If there's any storyline that is losing it for me, it is them. It is them. At one point it was peak. It was good. It was gaining my attention, but I have lost all interest in the storyline now. Don't care who wins, don't care who loses the match. I see what they're trying to do. They're incorporating Jimmy into it now. He's kind of, from what I'm observing, he's trying to be the voice in his brother's ear. You can do this, and get him over the hump. But that storyline is dying as well. I mean, I don't think the match is going to be good. I at least think the Cody Rhodes and Cena match is going to be decent. I just think the build up to their matches is horrible right now, but I don't even think the Jimmy and Gunther match is going to be worth a damn. I don't. And I do believe Jay is going to win it, but he's going to go nowhere after he wins that belt. Nothing. There's nowhere he can go with that. Io Sky and Bianca Belair. This one has potential to be a good match. Their storyline is getting decent because you throw in Rhea Ripley in there. Their storyline is getting decent. I'm not too uninterested in their storyline, and I think their match is going to be pretty good too. I do believe. I don't think, and what I'm reading off is the projected card. It's not the final card, you guys, because there's other storylines developing in the weeks to come. And I do believe Rhea Ripley is going to be incorporated in that match somehow, maybe triple threat, somehow, some way she's going to be incorporated in that, which is going to make it all the bit better. I do have confidence in that one. Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair. I'm on the fence with this one. The storyline in the build up is not terrible. I think Tiffany Stratton was put in a position too early for her, too early in her career. But she's holding her own. I do think she's holding her own. But I think she was put in a position too early in her career where she is right now. But the storyline is not terrible. This is the other Royal Rumble winner in Charlotte Flair. It's not terrible. The match, I think, is going to be bad. The storyline is decent. I think their match is going to be bad. I don't see Tiffany winning. It just makes no sense for her to win. They're going to put that belt back on Charlotte. I don't see her winning. But and I think the match is going to be a snore fest. But the shit talking they're doing to each other is actually pretty entertaining. And we got the next one I have here is the one I have a real big issue with. Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest. I don't think this one is official yet, but we all can see that it's coming. My question with this one is why, WWE? Why? Why are you doing this to why are you doing this to Drew McIntyre? Drew McIntyre is good in the ring. Drew McIntyre is good on the mic. Drew McIntyre should be in a bigger storyline in WrestleMania than with Damian Priest. Damian Priest is decent, but let's call Damian Priest what he is. He is a title holder. He holds the title for the next person to carry the company. That's what he did. He held the title until Gunther came along and took it. I think the height of Damian Priest was his Judgment days. I just don't see him in a feud with Drew McIntyre for WrestleMania. If you ask me, Drew McIntyre should be in this Punk, Roman, Rollins feud. I think he is meshed well in that. Think about it. He doesn't like any of them. He has had issues with all three of them within the past year. And he would just mesh well in that feud. I think that their feud would be better if McIntyre was in it. All three of them, by definition, Punk, Rollins, and Roman are faces. They're by definition of what a heel and a face is in WWE. They are faces. They're the baby face. McIntyre would have been the heel for that match. I think WWE dropped the ball on that one. Drew McIntyre should be in that match. It should be a 4-way match, or he should be incorporated in that match somehow, some way. Hopefully, it's 2 nights. Maybe they'll work some magic and put him in there. But Drew McIntyre, to me, is becoming the most overlooked person as we build up to this WrestleMania, because he should be in a better storyline, better rivalry leading up to this year's WrestleMania. I like Drew McIntyre. Frankly, my co-host Red said he's one of the best heels right now in WWE, and I wholeheartedly agree. He is really good at the heel role, and he should not be. I don't think he should be feuding with Damian Priest right now. This feud is more about Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. If this is with the intent to put Damian Priest over, I guess Drew McIntyre is a good guy for that. But if you ask me, that's gonna hold Drew McIntyre down. I'd rather Drew McIntyre continue to ascend, because he's been doing well. Drew McIntyre, he's been in some top-notch rivalries with all three who are in that main event, and he should be incorporated in that somehow, some way. I just feel as if that should be the case. The next one I got is I don't think it's official yet either, but we know it's happening, and that's Jade Cargill and Naomi. Folks, let me tell you something. Naomi is doing what John Cena should be doing. I watched SmackDown last night, and Naomi has changed her gimmick. She has changed her attire. I believe she has changed her entrance. Yes, she's changed her entrance. She has this caution attire going, like be careful, act with caution when you approach her. She's giving off kind of crazy. I'm loving it for her. I think this is good for her. This is one of the best things I have seen on this road to WrestleMania is Naomi's heel change and how Naomi is carrying out this heel change. I am loving it for her, and she's doing well from what I saw on SmackDown last night. She cut a great promo. She started crying in the promo. She cut a great promo. She started crying in the promo. She has her gimmick with the caution. She has this evil scowl on her face to give this evil appearance. She came down and she beat the shit out of B-Fab. I think what Naomi is doing is what John Cena should be doing, and it will make that match against Rose a lot better. But they got that right with Naomi. I'll give a hand clap for that one. Good job on that one. Another. It's not a match, but I want to bring some attention to this one. Is the Street Profits. They are now the WWE Tag Team Champions. Last time they won was in 2021. Thankfully, I was like, when are they ever going to win the belt again? I'm glad they did. But are they heels or faces? Because they've changed their image, they've changed their attire, they've changed their theme music. They come out kind of like bouncing and dancing, but it's in an aggressive manner. And they're in all black. They're not as upbeat as they once were. You know, Montez Ford has the grills. I believe it was the intent that they become heels, but it fell through. And I believe right now they're still faces, but they have everything a heel would have right now, but they present it like a face. I don't disagree with it though. I like how it's working for them. Maybe they are still faces and they just needed a change. They just need a revamp. And I'm loving how that's working for them because I like their demeanor now as they take on their WrestleMania opponents. I believe they're going to be in WrestleMania against either Pretty Deadly, DY, or I don't know oh gosh, I forget the other tag team. Maybe even Miz and Carmelo, but I like what they're doing. Another one whom was riding high at one point, who's just is plummeting now. Plummeting is LA Knight. LA Knight was in a feud with Roman Reigns during the Bloodline run, and LA Knight he's not doing it for me. His catchphrase is pretty played out now. It's not as quotable as it once was. He's a U.S. champion, but as high as LA Knight was back in 2022, 23, LA Knight should be on LA Knight's stock should be a bit higher going into this year's WrestleMania, if you ask me, based on the run he was on. But he didn't say. I don't think he stayed consistent. He didn't stay consistent, and now he's pretty much back to mid card. He was just about over the mid card hump, but now he's back to mid card. Another one is Jimmy Uso. Where is Jimmy Uso in this year's WrestleMania? I mentioned earlier in the video, he's helping his brother as far as helping him get his confidence back, but is he going to have a match? Is he going to be is his incorporation with his WrestleMania is just simply being in his brother's corner? Where is he at in this year's WrestleMania? I don't think Jimmy Uso should not be on the card. He should be on the card somehow and not just helping his brother, I just think that, then you got you got Logan Paul. Folks, if you ask me, Logan Paul is the biggest miss right now in WWE. I'm not feeling Logan Paul. I am not feeling it. I don't feel his entrance. I don't feel his theme music. I don't feel his on-screen persona. I just don't feel most of his promos. It worked for him before because he was on and off. He wasn't there consistently. Now that he's there consistently and he's on Raw and he's trying to become a full-time familiar face, it's not working for him. For he is the type of cat in WWE that he needs to go away for a while, come back, and there's a big pop for Logan Paul. But right now, he's not doing it for me either. Like I said, we're a couple days from WrestleMania, and the two positive that I have is Naomi, her character development. Her character development, I'm very pleased with that. As far as Naomi, I think that is a good thing. And I like what the Street Profits are doing. I do like what the Street Profits are doing. And I do like the Io Sky and Bianca Belair situation with Rhea Ripley. I think that's a good one too. Other than that, man, and I know the card isn't finalized yet. I know it's not finished, but if you watch wrestling, you can see where it's going. Oh, I'm sorry. I left off Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. This one has potential. It is not there quite yet, but it has potential. It's going to be a good match. It's going to be a good match, and the storyline has potential. It's just that I need more right now from Kevin Owens. I need sick, demented Kevin Owens. I need the Kevin Owens that we got when, he was giving Sami Zayn hell. I need that, and I think that one would work. I think that storyline will work. I tell you one thing: the crowd. Lately, the WWE have been in out of the country, and the crowds are phenomenal, man. They are really helping these storylines. They're really helping the development of the characters. Prime example is Randy Orton. Oh my God, I didn't know all the words to Randy Orton's theme music until about 2 weeks. These crowds are singing every word of Randy Orton's theme music, and it is awesome. It is really awesome, man. At one point last night, the music was off and they still kept singing. It's awesome. The crowds in other countries for the WWE are much better than the crowds here in the US. Point blank period. I believe we're spoiled to entertainment, and we don't give it as much as other crowds do across the globe. But overall, man, I'm gonna probably revisit this video once the card is finalized. But I'm just not feeling most of what the card is turning out to be, or how the approach these storylines are taking right now. And usually right now, I'm really excited for WrestleMania. I'm just, maybe I'll be there in a week or two. I did get a little bit of hope last night after watching SmackDown and seeing Naomi. That gave me a little bit of hope. I did. Also, the other little bit of hope is the Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Rollins match. I believe right now that's the bread and butter. That's the showstopper. That's the closer. That's going to be a good one. The promo, that contract signing last night was epic. You had a grateful CM Punk. You had a Roman Reigns who was in comedy mode, if you ask me. Roman Reigns was cutting jokes. He was more so relaxed in comedy mode last night. When he said to Punk, he said, "You need a highlighter for the contract." I thought that was funny. And you had Rollins who's in pissed off mode because now CM Punk gets to main event WrestleMania. This match is going to be good. It's going to be good. I can't wait to watch that. This match is a positive for the card as well. There's the favorite that's still looming as far as CM Punk and Paul Heyman. CM Punk being in the main event is not the favor. And that was highlighted last night in the contract signing. But I feel like we're gonna get a backstabbing in this match, and I feel like it may potentially be Paul Heyman. And I don't think he's going to backstab. I think he's going to side with Seth Rollins. Hear me out on this one. Because CM Punk has been a Paul Heyman guy. Roman Reigns he's the wise man of the Roman Reigns. I just think the most shocking outcome of that match would be Seth Rollins siding with Paul Heyman, and then Seth Rollins having a streak with Paul Heyman. I mean, that would be shocking for me. I think that would make for a great ending, because that is going to be the main event. But that's a positive too. That match is a positive too. So we got the triple. We got potentially two triple threat matches in Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and Rhea Ripley, and Rollins, Punk, and Roman, which are two positives. Naomi's character development is a positive. I'm not too sure about the match she's going to have with Cargill, but her character development and her heel change is a positive, if you ask me. And also, what else? Oh, yeah, that was about it as far as the positives. Going into this year's WrestleMania. So I hope later I can say I'm wrong again, just like I was wrong about how Cena is taking on this heel change. I hope I can say I'm wrong, and WrestleMania was much better than what I predict is going to be in this video. But we'll see. We'll see going forward. This is the beauty about WrestleMania. It leaves you guessing. It leaves you wanting more, whether or not it's going to suck, whether or not it's going to be good. We're going to watch it. We're going to have commentary. We're going to talk about it. So let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Like, comment, and subscribe to The Last Rewind. Peace.